upon him, he starts speaking, Nigeria will be fine. But nevertheless, what I want to say is this. We, in this generation, are the new face. We have a plan. Plan and purpose was to make the kidnap of NNAMDI Kanu become useless. And I can categorically assure you that we have achieved that. Today, see people like the comrade in the studio. Because of want of time, I may not call your name one after the other. But this generation has come to know that there are men, and there were men among men. And we are the answer to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's prayer. He prayed. I think we play that. We play the prayer here now before we start. When he prayed with the spirit of heaviness in his heart. He said, "This shame is too much." He said, "This shame." See, we that are standing here today, we are not even. It's not all about us. The Bible said there shall be a mighty army that will march through the land. That time has come. We only have 2 days or less than that to go into this long-awaited year. The year of freedom, the year of liberation. This is what is called Biafran Liberation Movement. See, our father, General Ojukwu, who had given birth to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there was a time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking. Now I got the vision clear. I got a vision when I called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I told him, I said, I saw a vision. A lantern and a sword was given to you. I see you making use of the lantern. When are we going to make use of the sword? Now I see Mazi Simon has come, and we are the battle axe of God in restoring Biafra. We are going to use the sword. Our father, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, used the lantern for enlightening the world, enlightening the Biafran people. Now today we have come to make use of the sword. That is why I'm going to tell you people that autopilot IPOB remains the arms wings of this struggle. Whether you like it or you don't like it, we have not come to agitate for peace. We come to take the freedom by force, because freedom is not given. Freedom is being taken. Even what we are doing today is to fulfill the scripture that says, from the days of John the Baptist till today, the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and violent men take it by force. We are taking the freedom of Biafran people. Look at the massacre that is going on in Enugu. Look at the massacre that is going on in the Biafra land. Kidnapping, gunshot everywhere. Orchestrated by these politicians, orchestrated by these Janjaweed. What we have in Igbo land becomes the political errand boys. I call them political errand boys. They are campaign managers, nothing more, nothing less. And we already know the template the zoo are using. They want to give, then if you keep quiet, they will give Tinubu the presidency of their zoo. Then after 1 year, they will kill Tinubu. The Boko Haram commander, who is Shetima, becomes the president of the zoo. And when he becomes, the zoo becomes, thank you, the zoo becomes like Afghanistan. So in this our time, we are not taking that. God bless you, my people.
Thank you very much. You know, when you listen to people that have studied the art of war, when you listen to people that understand the rules of engagement, collateral damage, and what have you, and you listen to Kelechi and Mazi Gaddafi, you will understand that this man understands what it means when we are in a battlefield, and we have us. We are complete. We are complete. And this is the generation, I keep saying it, this is the generation that will bring Biafra. Ndi watara ifane, ndi ma ifane, ndi ma botina agape at the right time. Mazi Gaddafi, you are just top notch when it comes to acts of war, and Biafra is proud of you. And we are going to call Mazi Sonny. I don't know if you are there. Is Mazi Sonny there? Is Mazi Sonny there? Okay, we're going to skip him again. And we have our incoming warrior who is going to introduce himself right now. The one who is right there in the middle. And we'll have him introduce himself. And then we will hand over to Mazugo to continue to start with his 5 minutes. Please, your introduction, Mazio Kompo.
I greet Biafrans, Mazraf. Good evening from here. I'm a Congress. I salute all of you. I want to tell you that God is doing something with the people here because we are pure in heart. We came to get Biafra, and our leader is NNAMDI Kanu. NNAMDI Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. I greet my comrades and all of you on the comment section. I say Merry Christmas and New Year in advance to you. We must get Biafra. We are on the end of this journey. That's why it is needful that we increase our faith and our pursuit. I greet all of you. Thank you, Master.
Thank you very much. That's the truth. NNAMDI Kanu is the only incorruptible leader that we have known so far. But the discussion tonight, Mazio Kompo, as you're going to take a cue from Mazio Kompo, is that tonight we are making Biafrans to understand that the narrative that let us hold our hands and wait for NNAMDI Kanu to come out and restore Biafra, because he's the only one that is fighting for Biafra. He's the only one that will bring us Biafra. That is the narrative we want to change. But we have no doubt that NNAMDI Kanu, as far as we are concerned so far, he is the leader and he is the only incorruptible as far as we have done as a leader. But right now, we have a narrative we want to change. And as you go, as you will take up your own pattern, Mazi Osimo Kompo will also follow up. Mazi, what is it you want to say?
No, I'm not saying, I'm just supporting what you are saying. The era has gone.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. You know, I am very, very sensitive, and whenever you use your hand, I will respect your hand and I like to interject. Please, I will respect any hand that comes up and wants to interject because we are working as a team. So, wrong bullets. Because we may really have to get the company bullets back to sender. Thank you very much. As you go, take the center stage, your 5 minutes starts now.
Okay, I think now complaining. Let me just refresh for a second.
Restream is really doing magic these days.
So,
And
my comrades, I
wait,
greet you all.
Mazi, go. Hold on 1 minute. This stream is. Let me find out from my own viewers. The host is Raphael Chiamaka Jere, aka Pastor Vam Vam Vam. I want to understand. I'm watching my screen here. Please, if you're watching from Pastor Vam 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 Raf Chiamaka TV, let me know if you can hear me, because it will not make sense if I throw a question and then you don't hear me and the other people are talking and you can hear them. It wouldn't make any sense. Please make a comment from my own section. Let me know if you can hear me. Do that very quickly, please. Omuchineke. Okay, the set is okay now. Mazi 247, you can hit your own
And don't
toggle.
forget, Raf, I beg no verse. What you say make I talk before?
Okay, now I am going to refresh your very active memory right now because I know you are with us. Just you are going to cue in, follow up from where Kelechi stopped and from what Mazi Gaddafi said. The people that are folding their hands, because I've seen some people fold their hands and say, all these ones where they fight, they're not the freedom fighter. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we know. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come, we will join. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu no come, we not go join because he's the only one that is fighting for freedom. He's the only one that will restore Biafra. Let us wait for him. That is what the zoo is waiting for. That is what they want to hear you say. That is what they plan to do to kill this struggle. And I want you to correct that narrative. Tell them from your own wisdom perspective. Let them understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done and what his own children, like his disciple, the dragon, is doing, what you are doing, what others are doing, that is also working for the restoration of Biafra, so that they will understand that if you hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are many that can do even more than what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done and can do. Please hit the turtle right now. 5 minutes counts now.
Yes, thank you, Raf, for that question. You know, my people, the Bible say, my people they perish for lack of knowledge. And anybody you see going without direction, they always end up for destruction. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done his work. If you listen to the prayer or statement he made in the jingle we played today, he said, "I am tired. The insult is too much. It's more than I can bear. Let us go. Even only 50 men, we can go. Any other person that is interested can join later." Now, wetin Mazen Nandekalo talk. Mazen Nandekalo has been crying for 100 men. They no come. 50, they no come. 15 for where? Even 2, you know, see. No only him one is see. And now they don't kidnap him. Somebody is looking for Chike Doziem that is not, cannot even stand on his feet. Somebody is looking for Shina Sanworu that criminals have testified that he is their master. Somebody is looking for oath member, oath that have killed the liars that took it. Somebody is still looking for the person where they there before the bombers and the Kanu. Let me tell you something. When the children of Israel were besieged by the what do you call them? Assyrian soldiers, Jebusite, all of them put together, they go surround the wall of Israel. Say they no go come out. If you come out, they kill you. The whole Israelite fear enter inside their gate, a long gate. 3 lepers were left at the gate. These 3 lepers, if they go inside the gate, they go kill them, because lepers are not permitted into the city. If they go outside the gate, they go kill them because they are Israelites. They were at the gate. Food do not they come again because nobody they pass to give them food. They become hungry. They said one to each other, if we go into the city, we go die. If we go outside, we go die. But if we go into the city, before we die, we can't even see food to eat. Let us go outside to the camp of enemy. And maybe they will give us food. Even if we are to die, we will die fulfilled. We will not die. As they were going, God used the noise of the clappers on their knees, and they scared the enemies. They brought victory to the land of Israel because they took a decision. The decision that if I die, I die. I must not sit here until I die. I must do something. Mazen Nandekalo said, we are going to meet our enemies. Even if it is stick, even if it is machete and hoe, we are going to confront them. We cannot sit here until they kill everybody. Today, you want us to go home and they sit down, all of us, make we go sit down for our houses, and the enemies will be killing us. We are proud of our gallant men that have died in the cause of defending their mother, their father, their brothers, their sisters, their children, than to sit at home. Do you think same as Nandikalu no fit stay for England or stay for Israel, or even better still, you go for one here, stay for him throne, because now as I'm talking to you, Mazen Nandikalu na him be the person wey go sit down as a king in his father's throne. He denied himself all those things, and he is now kidnapped and in dungeon. And you are waiting for him to, from dungeon, give you instruction and tell you what to do. Let me tell you, if I call you fool, I no make mistake. I no insult you. Now your name, now you be that. Simon Ekpa, whether they born am yesterday, whether they born am tomorrow, whether they go still born am in future, concern me. I want you to know that the elder brothers of David were there when David got into the middle of the battle and they took over the battle. The same knife, the same sword that Goliath told him he would use to cut him in pieces was the same sword David used to cut off his head. And the same people that mocked him, the same people that told him, this is your end, were the same people that went first. Hey, my brother, I think that was Jonathan. He first of all, he told David at the beginning, you are going to die. I know your naughtiness will kill you. He was still the same person that first of all went to David and raised him up. My brother, he has become his brother. Don't worry. And the one thing I'm saying to everybody, if you don't believe in what we are doing, if you don't believe in what Simon is doing, no problem. Nobody is begging you to believe, but don't be a stumbling block. Go home and sleep. When the victory comes, you can come and celebrate Simon as your twin brother, as your younger brother, as your cousin. You can celebrate anything. You can celebrate that you are the father of Biafra. We don't have problem with that. All we need is freedom. We are not looking for personalities. Mazen Nadekal said, I am not interested in any post, in any leadership. All I need is Biafra. To a point, he said that even if this Biafra come, if you, the people of Idoma, say you want to become Idoma nation, I don't have problem with that. That is what he said. He said, if you that claim you are South say you want to become South nation, I don't have problem with that. Let us get freedom. It's not about person. It's not about persons. It's not about identity. It's not about your tribe. It's about your freedom. It's time we come together. Like yesterday evening, I was calling on those people. Repent, and the earlier, the better. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The words of elders are words of wisdom. And there's a point there where he made scriptural references. And then you have to understand where the Bible made us understand that he says that he uses the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. Mazugo, I'm correct. He uses the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. Even lepers could fight for freedom and got freedom and got abundance for Israel. And you are sitting there saying, let me fold my hands and wait. This one, Simon Ekpa, when did he join the struggle? Took survivor and Pankana on a platform. You're not so ego. I will wait. Simon Ekpankana may put on a Kusana also Mohammed Abbas. On a happy when name you fold your hands. Mazin Nanokan, when he comes, he will restore Biafra. You will wait there. Just like the leper said, if we wait here, we will die. We need to go into the city and fight for our lives. Thank you so much, Mazugo. That was awesome. And I have a new intake today and newcomers into this our broadcast tonight, whom you have already heard their names while I was introducing. These are some of the sons of NNAMDI Kanu. And let's have them introduce themselves. You heard me mention Paul Onwubiko, and you also heard me mention Chooks Survivor. These are formidable warriors. Paul Onwubiko, just in 1 minute, make your introduction. You are not taking your 5 minutes yet. Just 1 minute introduction. You will be followed up by Mazi, Chooks Survivor, and then we will continue from there. Thank you.
Hello, Biafrans. I thank you all. I thank you. We are 555 Vision, Paul Onwubiko. Chukwukika prepared us to this journey. Elijah, Elisha, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, they back us up. Eke Orie and for Nkwo, they back us up. And all of them sent us to this message, and they said we should go and deliver this message and to mankind. And God himself will make our message to penetrate inside people's ear. In our own time, we are revising the Bible when the donkeys begin to speak. In our own time, we are raising up the stones, and the stones are speaking. And the war of Biafra, the bees and the ants are fighting the war. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was it. 1 minute on the dot. I'm a timekeeper. Mazi Survivor, 1 minute just for Biafrans to meet you sharp, and then you are going to come back.
Thank you so much, my brother. First of all, I have to apologize to my fellow comrade who have been here earlier on before I came on board. I apologize for coming late. I also apologize to my fellow Biafrans who are watching out there. I apologize for being here late. And I appreciate every one of you who has been running this race for us, with us up to this very moment. If you are able to stand up to this very minute, after the whole waves we have seen, after all the attack, and you are still standing, you have a reason to thank Chukwu Kabiam. And I tell you, you are going to see Biafra in 2023. Thank you so much, my brother.
He say, thank you. Now the clock is still going, and now the baton is going to be handed over to Mazi Austin Okonkwo. Mazi Austin Okonkwo, in 5 minutes, please paint a very clear picture and let them understand the warriors in us. Let them understand that what they are seeing now is the tip of the iceberg. No, let them understand that what they saw during the days of Mazi NNAMDI Kanu was the tip of the iceberg compared to what they will begin to see now that they heard him, thinking that it was finished by holding him. 5 minutes.
Thank you, Biafrans, and thank you, Mazra, for the baton handing over to me. You see, I like how you put it, changing the narratives, I could say the perceptions on those who thinks that Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, we should wait on him alone to come and give us Biafra. That is a typical fallacy. And I want to let the whole world to know that anyone who thinks so, you have what is called a leakage of mindset or a leakage of memory. And I want to thank Biafrans like True Survival, I also said, for being steadfast, and we are unmovable, no matter the arrows of the enemy. And what the enemies don't know is how much we pay to our Dibia, who have been concocting this juju for us, and they cannot try. So that Dibia who lives there, let him keep on doing it. And Mazaraf, to hit on the point where you are saying before, you see, in Igbo land, we have problem. Problem we have is everybody want to be on the top. You see, all this narrative that want to change from the mindset of our people is what we call somebody want to become a king because you want to be on a position where you want to be, and you are not opportune, you are not qualified to be on that particular position that you want to be. And instead of that, you decide to destroy everything since you're not there. That is why you see all these lies, insinuation that we have to wait for Mazi NNAMDI Kanu to come out, or if Mazi NNAMDI Kanu is the only one who's going to give us Biafra. No, he has, Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, let me tell you true, if you can watch closely, you can see that he has finished his job. Because one of the things is the Bible says that faith comes by hearing. So what he did was he activated our stupor mind. He wakes us up for us to understand. You see, again, I make a statement. He said that an ideology is something that you cannot what. So those ideologies that Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, we should fold our hand, like Mazaraf has said, if you are thinking like that, or we should wait for Chike Doziem or the criminals of a Jofor to come and lead us. No, we cannot. What we need is Biafra. You see, Mazaraf, that is this familiar read from this, could say from the book of Luke. I know you're a pastor, maybe visited or chief survivor. It is a harvest time. When the Bible said in the book of Luke, I think that was in Luke. If you're reading the first chapters of Luke there, I think Luke 10 in the middle. He said, there was a time that is a plentiful harvest. And the master see that the laborers are few, but the job, there is a labor in the vineyard. What he did was, in that particular Luke, the Bible says that after this, the Lord appointed 72 others for the same purpose, for the same farm. And he sent them also out in twos, because two is better than one. And the same Bible where we read, it says one can chase 2,000 and two can chase how many? 10,000. But when you see our people fighting this ideology, when wanting us to fold our hand onto Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, no, these are the people that have betrayed the struggle. They want to use this systematic idea to paralyze us to believe, oh, command and control, CC, what do they call it again? CC, whatever, CNC. And they will brainwash people. Oh, Simon Ipob must roast talk. Simon Ipob must shut up. Who is that? Who is Giraffe? Who is this? But before we were born, Mazi NNAMDI Kanu said, he called us, he chose us. So if these people who are still waiting for Mazi NNAMDI Kanu to come out and give us revelation, to say a referendum that we're looking for, they are the people that have missed the game. These are sort of people who, even when Noah was preaching the gospel, he said, come into the ship. They are busy looking for posts. They are busy looking for politics. Even the animal, Mazaraf and Chief Survival and everyone here, enter the ship by which a human being is supposed to be. That is the situation right now. They are fighting for posts. Mazi NNAMDI Kanu has to wait. No, we have moved, and this ship must not wait anybody. We are going to get Biafra for you, and we are here, like Mazaraf has said. we are lions to get this Biafra. If you like, carry our name, go put them inside that rock. We are born to get Biafra, and Biafra is what we get. Don't need to talk too much. God bless you.
Wow, that was a good one. You still had 1 minute. I will reserve that 1 minute for you. Thank you very much, Mazi Augustine Okonkwo. Thank you so much. And Mazi Paul Onwubiko. Hey, I wish you guys were here to see the picture Mazi Kelechi painted and the picture Mazi Gaddafi painted. You will understand what we are addressing. But I want you to come from your own perspective of Vision 555. You know, with that your onokomita, nyoko pour this thing. He will cover Biafra. And we were taught well. We understood the game plan. We knew what it means to get Biafra. We knew the meaning of freedom. And we are not the type that will wait for one man who has taught us how to war and how to battle. And now, because the enemy caught him, they want us to wait for their hands and say, no, he's the one that taught us. Let him come and fight again. Tell them that NNAMDI Kanu taught us well, and that we will get what he has been fighting for, and how we need to get it, because he needs to be proud of us. And all those people that have deceived us, thinking that the structure will wait, and that the structure will only work when NNAMDI Kanu comes out, and that those of us that are fighting to get what NNAMDI Kanu has been fighting for, that we are disobeying. Correct that impression and do it very well. 5 minutes. Do it right now.
Yes. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you. Thank you so much. This gospel, I am so eager to pass this gospel. On the Monday, I am praying sorry for coming late, however. But because of I am hungry to deliver this message, I must do everything to join. Biafrans, really, they said Biafra is a spirit. And the NNAMDI Kanu, when people begin to attack him, he told you people, he said, if you don't know how to fight for Biafra, stay away and let those people who knows how to fight Biafra to fight for Biafra. He leaded people, he spread the message all over the world. He told people, go and create media. NNAMDI Kanu said that he has found out that Nigerian people doesn't have job to do. And he also said they don't have topic. He is going to create job for them, and he is going to give them topic. This is how NNAMDI Kanu started, because I followed NNAMDI Kanu from day one. NNAMDI Kanu began to spread message with his phone, laptop. Then he began to talk. He went to America. He told American people, donate money. I want to defend my land. America called him idiot. People were calling us that NNAMDI Kanu is a scammer. We asked them, what has NNAMDI Kanu done for asking you to donate $1? Is it how he become a criminal? Listen, until NNAMDI Kanu become greatest. Let me divert again. We created that name, NNAMDI Kanu, Jesus of our time. He will have his own disciples. His own disciples. Today, disciples has come. And the Simon Eber is the disciple of Mazanam, the leader, the Peter, the Paul. We are spreading the gospel because Mazanam became Jesus of our time. And when you go back to Bible, you will see why the reason why NNAMDI Kanu is immortal and nobody can ever beat him. Go back again, you will understand that Simon Eber, no matter how you praise him, that thank God that you are leading the struggle. He said he will tell you under the leadership of NNAMDI Kanu, because he is walking on track. Jesus Christ told his disciples, when he found out that his disciples has learned how to raise the dead, how to heal the sick, and how to help people, he called them. He said, I have seen that you people have been able to learn this thing. You have learned everything I am doing, but one thing you people must to keep is you must let people know where you learn all these things. You can never be above your master. That is one single thing I told them, because I am one of the comrades. I am one of the decision makers in IPOB. We told them, nobody, Simon Ekpa is not trying to take over from NNAMDI Kanu. Rather, he said he wants to become a good servant, that the Biafra will be restored. We keep on preaching this gospel. If I have not stood in the meeting where there are elderly people, elderly women and elderly men, children that suck breast, young and old, if I have not told them that the fight against Simon Ekpa is a wrong war, I will say that I have not done it good. But Igbo people said, it is better you tell somebody what is to come than you say, had I known, I would have told you. You know? So today we are delivering this message with every manner of power inside us, because we know what we are fighting for. We are fighting for that belongs to us. We are fighting for our own right, and we have right to defend ourselves. That is why we can plead with our children, give us a little time to carry this war on, because this must remember us. We have come. The stones are talking. The donkeys are speaking. The ants are fighting. Why the bees are also fighting to restore Biafra. If you don't know, go and ask George Obiozo that you dare not touch the anointed. Go and ask George Obiozo. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Biafrans, you are getting all these downloads from these media warriors, and you see the language you speak. We are focused and we are on course. Man, the survivor, please, I am sure you understand what we are discussing, and I want you to throw in more light from your own perspective, because some people are getting it all wrong, and they will tell you, and when they present it, they will make you feel, we love Mazin Namdekano, and that's how they lie to you. We love Mazin Namdekano. He is the only freedom fighter here. You say, hey, yeah, this person really love Mazin Namdekano. He's been fighting for freedom.
on now. Let's see how it is.
Okay. So, going to the question directly, I was asking.
Let everybody mute. Let's see if it can help. Let only the speaker continue with his microphone. Let's see if there will be difference.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can I go on? Okay. So as I was saying, on this very question that was asked, this is a question that has been answered several times and it has answered itself. I want you to understand that first of all, the people that are saying this kind of words, asking this kind of question, saying that we should stop doing what we are doing to waste money, these people are never in the race. These people, how can you imagine that if you wave your hand still there? Still cracking. It's still cracking. It's still cracking. Still cracking.
It's even worse. It's even worse now. It's even worse now. I don't know, honestly. Let me refresh again.
All right.
Okay, go on now. Let's see if there's any difference.
Okay. So the people that are asking that question, these are the people who have never been in the race. And these are the people who have never ever been able to fight for Biafra. So, as I was saying, the people that we are saying that are asking this question, they don't need to, they don't deserve our answers. But I thank my brother who has brought it up for us to be able to respond to them. You see, this very, I can't say, I don't know why a Biafran, can come out and begin to say such kind of a thing, that the people who has been trained by their master, who has been trained and given charge on what to do, should not be able to fight for that thing that their master stood for. If you are a genuine Biafran, mainly the Igbo Biafrans, you know the Maboy system, that when you serve your master, after serving your master, after learning for your master, within that time, even before you are being settled, if anything happens to your master and your master travel or whatever, for you to show that you are qualified, you are up to the task, when your master leave an office for you, you have to do everything that your master has taught you, including adding your own experience, to make sure that the business succeeds. And now for you to see somebody, mainly the Igbo Biafrans, asking this kind of question, telling you that you're not supposed to fight, you're not supposed to do this, you have to wait for Mazen Nandikam. That shows you that these people, they are the people who are fighting to see that Biafra doesn't come. They have never been on the track. They have never ever been part of the system. And just like my brother, my brother said here, Mazen Nandekano himself spelled it out. He spelled it out when he was calling for people who come from their mother's womb to go for this very struggle. And he also made a statement, an open statement, and said that if you know what you will do to make Biafra come, go ahead and do it. What I want to say is this. So are you now telling us that the Biafra people are dumb? In this generation, that we cannot be able to do everything after being under the lecture of Mazen Nandekano for more than a decade, and yet you think we will fold our hands and wait for Mazen Nandekano to come out and free us? This is the highest wickedness you can think of. For Mazen Nandekano, who has fought for you while he was outside, he put his life on the line. He kept his family aside. He gave his own parents for you while he was outside. And even after he has been kidnapped, you are still waiting for him to come from the prison and fight for you. This is the height of wickedness. But I can't keep to carry on. Where is the noise coming from? The height of wickedness. I'm hearing myself. Somebody should mute. So Going forward, when you see it, when you see that people are still waiting for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to come from prison and freedom, you'll be wondering, where are these people? From which planet are they coming from? From which planet? A man that have given everything while he was with us, gave his own life, gave his children, gave everything, gave his marriage away, gave his career away, lost his parents because of you while he was outside. And after he has been kidnapped, you are still waiting for him to come and fight for you from the prison. Instead of you fighting to free him, you are now waiting for him to come and free you. If you are a Biafran and you don't know that it is your responsibility to restore Biafra and hand it over to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to raise the flag, you are wicked. You are wicked. And I thank you, Kokakabiama, that Biafrans are not dumb. Today, we have our spokesperson, Mazen Simon Ekpa, whom Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself anointed. Even at the very difficult time, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu remembered him. He never remembered also all those idiots who were hanging around and claiming to be this and that. He never mentioned their name. At the most critical time, he was able to remember his name and said, go and pilot the affairs until I join back. And since then, he has been doing the needful. Doing exactly Mazen Nnamdi Kanu would have done if he's with us. And yet, somebody out there will try to discourage you. We don't pay attention to such a people. The only thing that concerns me now, that should concern every Biafran, is our celebration in 2023 in Biafra restoration. Because it will be restored. We are still working in the mandate, in that date that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself talked about. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, in one of his brokers, told us that the zoo is ending in 2022. 2023 is a new page for us. If you are lucky to be in autopilot, if you are lucky to be among those who are going to walk into that very year of freedom, you should celebrate it. You should celebrate it. And if you are not part of it, the question you should be asking yourself now is, what am I waiting for? And begin to look for what you are going to do to make sure that you tap from that blessing. As for whether it is going to happen or it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter whether you perform or you don't perform. Biafra is going to come. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made this clear, that Biafra will come in such a way that no man is going to take the glory. He said it, that Biafra will be the last miracle on the planet Earth. The only thing you can do for yourself now is to key in, to tap from that blessing of that miracle. You can't even help, don't even help God, or not even help Chukwukabiyam, or try to see what is going to happen. Because the way it is being described, that no man is going to take the glory, and it's going to be a miracle. So it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or you don't believe it. You believe in it and keying in. It's for your own benefit. It is for your own benefit. And for somebody to stand aside and begin to try to drive our attention from the real thing, those people have never ever been Biafrans, but they still have an opportunity. As we are moving into 2023, do not enter 2023 with the same mindset. If you do, you might not live to tell the story. That is my only advice to those people. Thank you, my brother.
Giraffe Chamaka TV, let me know if you can hear me before I will begin to throw the question. It's giving me a sign here that I am muted by,
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Please, somebody should comment from my own channel. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me really be sure. Let me be very, very sure that you can hear me, because I have not seen any comment from my side for the past 5 minutes or thereabout. Yeah, while I wait for that, I want Mazu go to bring that video of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That video you normally play from the beginning, where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, he can't broadcast Nagulam. We need 100 men or we'll march. You play that video, and then from there, we are going to go through another round of, analyzing, and then we'll open the line.
Because what I am saying, our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama biko. Since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwu Abiyama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. I was an Achinama. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village in Biafra land, and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men. Until we redeem our honor. Until we look at integrity and say, we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is Radio Biafra. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to. I am tired of broadcasting. I want to fight for my country. I want to carry arms to defend the honor and integrity of my country. I want to avenge the death of 6 million people. I want Biafra to stand as a beacon of hope, freedom, and liberty in black world. I want Biafra to stand as a testament to the glory of heaven upon the face of this very earth. I want Biafra to stand because my obligation to the dead outweigh that which I owe to the living. That is why Biafra will stand. And Biafra will come. 100 men, that's all. And we march. The rest can come later on. I no longer give a damn. The disgrace and the insult is too much. We must go and meet our enemies even if we have only machete and hoes. It is far more better for us to go and meet them and die with a semblance of dignity than with this very humiliation which we encounter every blessed day. We must assemble as quickly as possible.
Thank you, Mazi Ugo. Thank you very much. There's another 47 minutes video. I'm sure you may have it, but I already sent it to you on your WhatsApp right now. Where Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, he said he was struggling for words. I want to combine those two videos. He was struggling for words after Mazi Simon Ekpa spoke. That was from the World Igbo Congress. You have it on your WhatsApp. I just sent it now. If you didn't have it before, so that you can play it. It's just 40-something seconds, and then we will lay our foundation there as we begin to go through another round of 3 minutes. Because that particular video is the key video where we're going to lay our foundation on. It actually came from Mazi himself. So Biafrans that are watching, please make sure you hit the like button.
Asia Pacific is ready.
Okay.
The World Igbo Congress
That one, yeah.
gingered us to mobilize, and that mobilization is happening. And it's happening really, really good. So we want to say now, Asia Pacific is ready. The World Igbo Congress gingered us to mobilize, and that mobilization is happening. And it's happening really, really good. So we want to say now, from this moment, we want to hear. We really want to.
In the World Igbo Congress, and also Mazi Simon, who has spoken so eloquently that I'm even now struggling for what to say, because he has touched and covered everything that I had intended to talk about. One thing we must bear in mind is, as someone here alluded to, this warning.
The World Igbo.
Thank you very much. Fellow Biafrans, you heard that. That was coming from Mazi NNAMDI Kanu. From the first video that was played, Mazi NNAMDI Kanu was praying. He was praying to Chukwu Okike Abiama. He said, please, Chukwu Okike Abiama, bring those you have appointed to restore this your kingdom. It was Mazi NNAMDI Kanu that was praying. No? Bring those you have appointed to restore this your kingdom. I need men, 100 and will match. Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, if he was the only one that can restore Biafra, he would have marched alone. But he was praying, say, bring those that you have appointed. And there was a point in his proclamations, he was saying that, he said that those that were born for this particular purpose. And so those of you that are still idle, sitting idle in Zion, those of you that are still folding your hands and say, we must wait for Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, all these people we are seeing now, they are not doing anything. Mazi NNAMDI Kanu is the one that can restore Biafra. And you fold your hands. And the zoo, this caliphate will be clapping. Yes, we got them. They are waiting for him. They will wait until they tire, and then this wait will be over, and then Biafra will never be restored. But your leader prayed that God should bring those, and God now has brought those that will restore Biafra, and you are still waiting for the man that prayed that prayer, whereas the prayer he prayed has been answered. And even while he was still there, in one of his meetings, this is a video that very demonic, devilish people have ignored and have been attacking the only one that Mazi NNAMDI Kanu has always appreciated and has brought out in the limelight. And I've said, listen to him. In that last video you listened to, he said, after Mazi Simon Ekpa has spoken, he was struggling for the words to use, because it was like Mazi Simon Ekpa has said everything he had prepared himself to say. And so those of you that are still waiting for Mazi NNAMDI Kanu to come, or those of you that have vowed and said nobody can do it except Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, would you still wait after all this exposition? I am going to begin from Mazi Austin Okonkwo. Please, 30 minutes, because after this round, we're going to be opening the line. Mazi Austin, you have heard these two videos. What can you deduct, or what can you bring out from these videos that you can transfer into the subconscious of Biafrans so that they will stop this hallucination of only Mazi NNAMDI Kanu and no one else? Please go ahead. Your 3 minutes starts from now.
Thank you. Let me make it specific. You see, we have treated this matter, but I think it's this to torchlight it. I give an instance before that the job is too much, but we need more workers. My brother, I to use people for figurative. See, he have said something which I said before. Not everybody will stand in Biafra. There are those who he called. In the book of Romans, chapter number 8, if you're reading from verse number 29 to 31, he says, for them who he called, he choose. And also when you read it very proper, you see before the 31, he talk about predestination, means he called them to be, not everyone. Even when Saul wanted to anoint somebody in the house of David, The particular one is not among, but the big ones, the Afro Hazrazaka Chinas and Woru, for them, but the anointing could not touch them. But they are looking for one small boy inside the forest who is going to mobilize armies. It's all about mobilizing army. Not everybody. That's why you see them today in DOS. They are fell woefully, indirectly, they are attacking Holy Mazin and the Kanu. Like I said before, command and control. Command is all the cable matter born along. That's what they're doing. And now they're confessing. We must expose them more. Mazi, what we are saying is we must not say people should not. I see one idiot here on the comment section saying that Mazin Nanakan is alive and we want to change the narrative. We are not changing. Mazin Nanakan is our leader, but we cannot fold our hand and allow him to be caged in the zoo to come and give you freedom. Even in Europe, here in the Western world, our prison is like a parlor. They watch your clothes, take care of you. You can never, even if you're sick in that prison, the people who put you inside that prison is a problem. But because he's in the zoo, we shall not allow Mazin Nandekano to fold his hand and give us Biafra. We will fight until he's out. Even our fight is also to release him. Our fight is not only to release Mazin Nandekano, but to bring more people to the light of God, which is the real life. Do you think that we like it when an elder dies, we begin to jubilate? That's not our title, that's not our name, but we must close our eye to fight this battle. Any elder who stands in our way will fall down. We must not fold our hand until Mazin Nandekano is out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You are always sharp, and you always have 1 minute to spare from your time. I am going to hand over the microphone to Mazi Gaddafi of Biafra. You understand the acts of war. You understand the strategies of war, Mazi Gaddafi. And now, this man, our leader, he said in this video that we played, he said, I am ready to bear arms. And sometimes when we say these things, some people say, you see, they want to tag us terrorists. They want to tag us terrorists. You see, they say they want to be. Now, it came from NNAMDI. Now that they kidnapped him, are we going to fold our hands and wait for him to tell us how to bear these arms? He already set up the structure, ESN. He already set up the men on ground, volunteers, army of volunteers. Mazi Gaddafi, can you throw in more light so that Biafrans will understand that nothing has stopped, that the bulk will not stop when they kidnap him, that in fact, we are intensifying. Can you please spread this tentacle?
Thank you. You know, when they kidnapped Mazin and Kanu, they kidnapped 70 million of Biafrans. And they believe, they underrated us. They believe this kind of story that Mazin and Kanu is just the freedom, the Biafra that we are looking for. But they forgot that Mazin and Kanu is like a shrine where the fathers are not taking their children to. Because our people said, any temple, any church, any shrine that you're not taking your child to, in case to replace you, meaning that the shrine will be blind. So in our community, like my father died at the age of 110, the thing they do, they carry us as the children and dead to go to the place then, to show us what they do. In case if they are no longer there, we can do those things they used to do. So every human being that believes that only Mazin Nandekano can get us Biafra, the person is a useless child whom the father took to replace him. At the end of the day, the child becomes useless and worthless. Because the purpose of teachings of Mazin Nandekano is to impart in us so that a time like this, we will do those things that he taught us. And two, when you go by the prayer that Mazin Nandekano was praying, autopilot IPOB are the answer to that prayer. We have come. Our leader said he wants to bear arms to fight for his nation. The same way we are here to tell you, ESM that's giving the whole Nigeria sleepless nights is just a child's play to what is to come. We are Biafrans, the armies of volunteer. Do your research all over the world. You can never defeat us. So anybody that want to wait until our leader comes out, meaning the years that our leader used in teaching us, is useless to the person, not to us. We sat under his teachings. We learned things from him, and we are practicing what he taught us today. There is one we are going to do. He said, when we look for him, we did not see him. We should the two ablaze. We are going to do that very soon. Our year is 2023 that remaining less than 2 days. What I want to tell the Biafran people is that the 2023 is not another generation. It's 2 days to come. We will do everything we promise you we will do. The death of 10 million people, Biafran people that died during the war, can never be in vain. We will revenge down to, in fact, to pain that they are wasted. We will revenge. The death in Enugu, we will revenge them all. We will defend our land, whether the zoo like it or not. Anybody that wants to wait until, okay, that means, God forbid, if our leader dies today, that means Biafra dies. No way. We will stand and defend our land. We have been taught, and let me tell you another thing. He said, Simon has said all things, that is struggling for a word. That means when God said, Jesus is a man after my own heart, my only begotten son, meaning that Simon, my son, knows my heart. He knows what I want. He knows my need. What he said is exactly what I would have said. Simon knows. That is why everywhere he goes with Simon, because this is obedient son of his, that he must show the things to come when he's not there. So what he's trying, when he said I lack words, I'm struggling for words, meaning that, yeah, this is my real son. He knows my heart. He knows that thing that is deep inside me. He knows my feelings. He feels the thing, even if I'm not there, I know that I am there. That's what he was trying to prove to us. Now that Samuel is at the head of affairs now, is at the helm of affairs now, he's leading us and we're working with him. What also Simon has in his mind is what autopilot have, because this set of autopilot that are working with Simon, they don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't negotiate with any terrorists. We cannot negotiate. Zoo government is a terrorist. Negotiation is not in our book. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very, very much. That was apt and top-notch. Mazi Kelechi, please, our leader, Mazi NNAMDI Kanu, he said, if it were not for OK Kerowa, I will not be talking to any one of you anymore, because he is the one that called us. Now, what would you say? How would you, please, even Mazi NNAMDI Kanu has been kidnapped. Please, can you, as one in the spirit, understand the nature of this freedom fighting? Can you try and speak into the hearts of some of these men that Mazi NNAMDI Kanu prayed about that they should come? Because some of them he has prayed and God has answered that prayer. Some of them that are supposed to answer this call are being deceived by this narrative of Mazi NNAMDI Kanu is the one that will do it. He will come. Until he comes, you will not do anything. And they are still folding their hands in one corner. They have heard the call. They know what to do, but because some demonic agents that do not want this thing to work have been trying to change the narrative, they are still folding their hands, sitting idle in Zion, while Biafrans are dying, and the call for freedom is still ringing, and they are refusing to answer that call. Please, how do you speak to their mind to understand that the time to answer that call has been fast running and trying to pass them by, that they need to answer this call and do the needful? Please, in 3 minutes, if you can address that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mazi. I wish I could utilize 3 minutes, but I'll try to utilize it effectively. You see, am
I the only one that can't hear him?
Me too. I can't hear him. Kelechi, mute yourself.
He's okay now. He's coming now. Okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
I think my network. I have a serious network.
Please go ahead.
I have a serious problem.
Start from the top, please. We lost you.
Okay, my network problem is serious here. Sometimes it takes me off and brings me. I have to come back. So, anytime God calls people to take up a mandate, He, of course, understands that because of the limitation of the human sphere of operation, people cannot be God. People have to be men, in the sense that He gives them people to work with them. You can look at the life of David. God gave him men, the men of David. Look at the life of Gideon and Deborah and all these people. They actually worked with people. Now, if people can can remember very vividly when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually making that particular broadcast, that day I shed tears on my own corner. And that was before the NSAS thing, you know, when he made that statement. And he was talking from the spirit, from inside of him, with that pain in his heart. And he was saying that he's tired, you know, and it would only tell you that people around him were frustrating him. That's what it would tell you. And he now began to ask for men, which means the people around him have really frustrated him and delayed and make him struggle so much in something that he thought by now he would have actually been able to achieve. It happened to Moses anyways. At a point, Moses was angry, asking God, why would you get me here? Look at these people frustrating me and all of that, you know, and all of that. So we understand all of this, but Biafrans should understand, especially those ones who have the call of God upon their lives, who are still like Saul, looking for the saints to kill and all of that. Remember something, you have to be careful, because whenever you embark on something that is spiritual, especially when you know it is spiritual, especially for those of us who actually will tell you that Biafra truly is real, Biafra is our nation, and Biafra is a spirit, you should understand that when you are taking on the activities of the spirit, you must understand the nitty-gritties and the details and seek the consent of the spirit to understand every action you take at a particular time. Because if you don't do that, you will get into a spiritual problem. That is why you see, when it comes to spiritual things, we have to be very careful, especially those ones who are, for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to say that Simon Ekpa should actually take the mantle, it is spiritual. And for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself to actually say that, listen to Simon Ekpa and he's bringing a new dimension, it was not just a talk that has to do with a narrative because of a broadcast. It has to do with a spiritual detail that comes from the sense of a connection which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu connected through the spirit. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a spiritual person, and everything he does, for you to know he's a spiritual person, there are evidences, because it is through science people understand these things. For you to know there are evidences, everything he has said, check it out, everything he has said has come to pass. That tells you that he's always in the spirit. And if you understand that by science shall the people believe, then you will understand that as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is called by science, then the people should be understand that by this science you shall understand that he's called. And for him to choose Mazi Simon Ekpa at this particular time, you should understand that he's called. Don't fight the spirit because of your emotional disposition. God does not choose people or call people because of your emotional disposition. God calls them based on his purpose and his anointing. He doesn't call them to suit your emotion. So if you think that based on your emotional disposition, whether you like someone or not, that was how God is going to handle people or deal with people because of you and how you feel, then you are in trouble, because you're going to get into spiritual problems, and you are going to offend the spirits, and you're going to go into trouble. Look at somebody like Achan in the Bible. When he came against Moses, what happened? The ground opened, they were swallowed. Several people have gotten into spiritual problems that got their generation into trouble, you know. So you have to understand this, that you don't need to fight. This is not your battle. This is not your battle for your emotional disposition or for your personal aggrandizement. It is a battle of the spirit, and only the details of the spirit spells it out and explains it and gives the vivid knowledge of it and actually directs it. So if you begin to fight people because you feel that they shouldn't be fitted in God's program, or they shouldn't fit, or based on what you think you know about them or how you feel about them, hence they shouldn't fit for what God has called them to do, then it means you are fighting yourself. Because actually every call and every demand for a particular cause of purpose that God calls people, he actually ordains those who come in contact with that kind of purpose and all of that to be part of it. And two things happen to you. If you refuse to connect at that point in time, you become condemned and you become destroyed. So you either fit in the place of condemnation or you fit in the place of destruction. These are the two facts. So every Biafran who is right now listening to me and listening to us on this platform, you have to understand that you need either to connect to the right source, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have ordained, which he himself spelled out by his ordination, and by that point of his of feeling endangered in prison, he said, let Mazi Simon Ekpa take over the mantle and steer the ship on my behalf before now. So which means that decision he made at that point in time, that critical time, that between life and death, is critical and very significant to the move of God and the direction of the spirit through him, and that is mandatory and that is compulsory, and that is a key factor for you to understand that this person has been positioned. If you fight it, you fight your destiny, you fight your generation, you fight yourself, and you get destroyed. So we have to be very, very careful and very, very cautious when it comes to spiritual matters. All these guys here writing rubbish and calling people fools and all, I just speak to your generation, because you are just getting yourself spiritually connected to a danger that will annihilate you and annihilate your generation. So you have to be very careful. Mazi Simon Ekpa is ordained, and there's nothing you can do about it, no matter how you feel about it. God does not ordain people or call people because of how you feel about it. He doesn't care about you and your feeling. He only cares about you being free. And that's the fact. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I deliberately allowed you to flow because that was coming from the spirit's man. Appreciated, and Biafrans got it. Mazi 247. I don't know if Mazi Sonny is here now. Do we have him? Okay. Mazi 247. Please, I want you to speak freely, very, very freely, because like Mazi Chuk Survivor said earlier, that this is a spiritual thing, that Biafra is a spiritual thing. That's the way he said it. And knowing fully well that this thing is a spiritual thing, I want to connect this to how spiritual things happen and how they come. Because we are men. Some people cannot even wrap their normal wisdom around what is happening. Because you see, some of them are fighting each other and they are looking for how they will fight us. But we are busy talking about how Biafra will come. You understand? So please address those that are still confused as to what is happening. Why is it that even when they call us names, they call you name, they call Mazi Simon Ekpa name, they call Autopilot, all manner of names, we are still focused and we're still talking about the countdown and we're still preparing for Biafra restoration. Talking about that, please link it up with our fundraising and tell us how spiritually connected this fundraising will be and how people should take it seriously, because everybody has a role to play as far as this is concerned. Please just speak freely for 5 minutes. I just want you to speak freely. Thank you.
Wow. Ndewo, thank you so much. You see, make I start with, me, I'd always like to make people to know that significant things where they happen, anything where you see where they significant, where do you see where they happen, go look for them for Bible, you go see them there. If you look at Jesus Christ, for instance, when he was here, they call him names.
Please put yourself on the center screen and yeah.
All right, sorry. So when Jesus was here, they call him all sort of names. They call him chief manager of demons. They call him controller general of nothing. But Jesus did not lose focus. He was still focused, going to where he was going. Irrespective of who he is, who he was, people said, this one, I know you now. No, this one, where they're born inside or that for a boy state. Some say even na phone and they born am. Some say even in short man, I want us to know, when you are focused in this life, you don't need to get distracted. You will not get distracted. Only thing where you need now make you stay focused. We are focused. We are not interested in the names you call us. And the worst part of it, where they make me laugh them. Now them go call you name. When you gladly accept the name where they go call you, it go vex them again. They go call you criminal. You say, okay, call us criminal. We are criminals. They are angry. They say you be Ekperima. Okay, someone say, okay, now me be chief Ekperima. They are angry. Autopilot, we accepted it. They are angry. Yeah, I don't know what they really want. See, let me tell you, anybody that know the road, the way they go, you see person where they go that same road, you no need to go push that person out of the road. Tell am say you no get road, no be your own. If somebody overtake you, try to overtake am back. If you no fit overtake am, dey for him back, mind your lane. At the end, we go give account of everything wey you see, wey we dey do for this race now, for this race of Biafra. One day, you go sit down, you go give account. I am happy that these days, everything is being recorded. It no be like the time of Ojukwu, where we say they go, they tell you, say this one, do this one, that. Now, everything where you they do, They recorded, and it is there in the public domain. Nobody go fit clean up. If you clean up for your place, you know go clean up for my place. Because people are too smart now that immediately they drop any kind of thing, they don't download and keep them differently from different gadgets. They don't hide them. So anything where you see, anybody where you see now in this struggle, instead of fighting for Biafra to come, he is targeting one individual. I can see I have blocked many of them because they are just trying to distract us, and I'm happy that we are no longer getting distracted. They come here with their green, white, green. They want to turn Mazen and Dekalo into green, white, green Nigerian flag. That will not happen. That is not happening. Those are the things I call distractions. We are moving. If you see what is happening these days, you will know, say, the thing where you dey look for, it don't reach. Whenever you see the enemies intensifying their attack on you, if you kill 1,000, they go bring 10,000. If you get 1,000, they go bring 500,000 come out. That time you don't reach where they go. You don't win them. We are at the point of last battle. If we fight this one finish, we will enter inside the gate of victory. As for the fundraising, I am happy that the Biafrans are wise. Biafrans know what they want. We no be people wey be foolish people. We no be people wey no know wetin we want. Every Biafran at this point to know, say, this is what we are doing. This is what we want to do. This is where we are going. This is where we want to go. We shall never be distracted in any form, in any fashion, in any mode. We must keep our head going. If fire dey burn you, keep going. If you stop, the fire go burn you too much. But when you keep going, you will get out of the tunnel. You will get out of the fire. We are Biafras. We must to follow Simon. If Simon can take the bullets, he no fall. You can take the bullets, you no go fall. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has taken the bullets to the point that he cried in public, to the point he told you that I, Ika Gulam, if not that I am called into this, I for don't abandon Una. Who do you think he was talking to? Do you think he was talking to me? You think he was talking to you? No. He was talking to those efulefus that surrounded him. He thought they were human beings. When he found out that we are not human beings, he started addressing them. Till now, they have not turned to human beings. They still remain beasts. But however, they are not our discussion. Our discussion is Biafra and will always remain Biafra. Anything you can do to bring Biafra, do. If you sabi talk pass me, you don't know how to do them, ask me, I go help you, you go talk. My own is anything for Biafra to come. Now that place I did. Thank you.
Wow, that was exactly 5 minutes on the dot, and you did a very fantastic one. Thank you very much. Mazi Chuk Survivor, please, I want you to tell us, even myself, is a question from me. And I want to see your perspective to answer this question. What is it that actually made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so fearless in the face of fire? He was so fearless. Even when he's caught, he stood so fearless. And you can see when Mazi Simon Ekpa told him, if you are looking for 100 men, I am 50 in one. And you can look at him and see the barrage of attack. It was doubling and doubling and doubling. And he remains so fearless. Please, one minute. How do this anointing come? And how do we sell? How do people really understand this and to know that when people are focused on a cause and they are facing it and they are fearless like this, people should stop hitting at them because you're fighting and your banter. Look at how it's ending with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is futile, of no means, of no avail. And they are trying to affirm on Mazi Simon Ekpa, and they are failing. And some of them are preparing to try it on you, not knowing that people like us are also carrying the same anointing. Please sell this to them so that they will understand, so that maybe they will learn when to stop. Or if they don't want to stop, unmute yourself one day.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you once again. On that very question you just asked now, it is something that everyone must have to pay attention to. Everyone must have to pay attention so that you don't condemn yourself, so that you don't destroy yourself by yourself. Our Supreme NNAMDI Kanu and our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, and I can tell you, every genuine autopilot today, the strongest weapon we have is truth. It is only truth that can stand the test of time. And when you are truthful, if you are truthful, you don't struggle with what you say. You don't struggle with your response. You don't even need to fight your battle. Because when you have truth, you have Chukwu Okike in the front. And when he is leading, why do you have to fear? But that is why you see everyone that has not had truth in them, they have fallen on the roadside. Our Supreme NNAMDI Kanu had the truth in him. That is why he is very, very fearless. He knows what he's saying. Waking up from the sleep, he is going to tell you the same thing. It is either Biafra or death. Because he had the information directly that Biafra is the way. The same thing with our spokesman, Simon Ekpa. Because of his truthfulness, that is why he can stand boldly on his platform and he will say certain words that people cannot be able to say. He will make declarations that people cannot be able to make, using his own life as a bet. Only few people that are truthful can do that. Very few people. If you are true, it's only truth that can stand the test of time. Truth. If you are truthful, you don't need to struggle. Even when we come to broadcast, you see many autopilot broadcasters. We don't write up our broadcast. We don't do write up. We don't carry papers and begin to read. But I see all these 500,000 irats. I saw one of them the other day. He was literally reading what they wrote for him to speak about. He was reading it, even when he couldn't even explain what he was reading. And after reading that and asking him a question, he's going to fail. But when you talk about people who are truthful, if you are truthful, your battle is already fought halfway by Chukwu Okike. It's fought fully. And when you begin to fight against the truth, you are only digging your grave. Everyone should pay attention to how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu described the IPOB that Chukwu Okike handed over to him. The IPOB that Chukwu Okike handed over to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to establish, he said that IPOB is as whiter than white. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that IPOB is consistency personified. Today, I want you to take a step backward. Look again and ask me, the IPOB that you see today, where is the IPOB that is consistency personified? Where is the IPOB that is as whiter than white? The only place you find that IPOB is the autopiloted IPOB under the spokesmanship of Simon Ekpa and on the left Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was the IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about all this while. IPOB that is consistency personified. And when you look at it, check everything that have been coming and things that we have been doing. Very, very consistent. Demanding for one thing. When we say there is no election, we don't go back to the war. When we say sit at home, we are standing on it. When we say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be freedom conditionally, we stand on it. We never change, we never waver. Regardless the attack you see from all corners, this is the IPOB that Chukwu Okike handed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to establish. And if you are not yet keen in, and you are still asking questions, it means you are not in this planet Earth. Even in this radical evangelism that we are in, every remaining hidden agenda has been opened. Chukwu Okike by himself have made a revelation.
Hold on. Mazi, go, please. Can you refresh, please? Don't lose your line of thought, Mazi Chooks, please.
Yeah.
Is Mazi go there?
Yeah, it's refreshing. I don't know what the stream is doing now or in general internet. I don't know. So horrible. And what?
Very, very horrible.
Yeah. They will stop us. To get the power to reach them, if what you want to use WhatsApp to broadcast now.
Yeah, of course. They can't stop us. They can't stop us.
Try and talk now. Let's see if they can hear you, Mazi Chooks.
Yeah, as I was saying, to key in into the time that we're in because we are on the right path. If you are in the autopilot movement, you count yourself lucky. If you are still standing today, after the whole wave that have come, after the whole attack has come, and you are still standing, it is because you are truthful. It is because you are sincere. It is because you are born for this very assignment. Those who are not born for the assignment, those who are not truthful, those who are fake, every one of them have fallen to that.
It's still cracking. It's still cracking. Massive go when you get it. Try it again now, maybe by chance to click.
This is really horrible today.
Okay, bros, let's see now if there will be changes now.
Thank you. Well, fellow Biafrans, no matter what happens, don't lose your focus. Do not lose your focus. I repeat again, if you are still on the track up to this minute of the time, we are counting hours to enter into the year.
It's not what you want to show. It's not working.
Maybe we will end the program because I don't get any other thing. Why not go to
Just click it again, try it again, maybe try it twice. You hit it once and hit it again. You see that there more. And then after this, we'll just be running up.
God.
Try it again.
Yeah, fellow Biafrans, do not lose your faith, do not lose focus, stand firm. Continue to be consistent no matter what happens. We have to celebrate that we are entering into the year of victory, year of freedom, and that freedom must come. No matter what any man does, the freedom must come. Key into that freedom. If you have not started keying in, if you have not started doing something, begin to take up an assignment for yourself. Ask yourself, what am I going to do in this freedom that we are getting into in 2023? If you have not started taking up a responsibility, take up a responsibility for yourself. Everyone is watching. Take up one responsibility for yourself on what you're going to do in this very freedom that we're going to launch in 2023. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. But the system is cracking very badly. Martin, are we ending it now, or is there any other thing you think you can do?
Yeah, I don't know.
There are some videos I sent to you. I really wanted us to play those the radical awareness video and one from NNAMDI Kanu from 2014. I don't think StreamYard will be doing this. I think this is just happening from the stream.
It's Restream, not StreamYard.
I think it's just a network issue, not StreamYard.
It's not network because if I'm doing alone, if I'm broadcasting alone, whenever they start, I end the broadcast, go to StreamYard, it doesn't happen again. If it is a network, why will it be everybody's network is bad the same time, the same hour?
No, we hook. You remember all of us hooked to a particular network now as it stands.
Ay.
Okay, let's see. Who is going to play one of those videos? Let's see if it will play. Play the first video I sent to you on WhatsApp. The first one, that was the radical awareness video. Is Mazugo still there? Mazugo, don't come back in that room, but I'm boutique. Pentecost.
I don't know this cracking. What do we do?
Well, I don't end the broadcast if it doesn't work now. If Maximo tries it doesn't work, I don't end the broadcast.
Yeah.
We got something short.
This kind of wahala.
I greet you, my sister.
This wahala they give me cause fine, honestly. I don't know.
The thing is cracking. I think we have to correct that.
Man, it's not only you. I can't even stream Simon again. The moment I do it, it's rest. Everything is shut down.
Then everybody have to go to StreamYard. My StreamYard doesn't give problem.
Okay.
Raf, it's not about your StreamYard. Everybody can get StreamYard, but the problem is, as we are doing this joint broadcast, everybody will not be able to stream. If all of us will be using StreamYard, everybody will not be able to pay their channels. That's the problem we are having. So it's not that nobody wants to use StreamYard. So the problem is to pay off the channel. Yeah.
It's true. And what do? We have to end it here. The videos you have there, since it's cracking, even if you play it, it's still going to crack.
Audio.
So, fellow Biafrans, we thank you for joining us tonight. We've we're going to have a short 2 hours tonight because of this challenge. We couldn't even open the lines for you to call in because the network is terrible. You know, we still have about 1 hour to run this program, but it's not letting us. Matthew, can you just...
The thing is too bad. Too bad. It's too bad.
Okay, let's beat Biafrans with the bad network and
they know they hear you. They don't even they know they hear anything because unless nobody the same way I'm seeing it.
Just end it with national anthem and that is it.
Oh yeah, end it. Matthew, go. Let us wave back at Biafrans. We love you all. Night. Matthew, go end it with the